Hey, it's Matt Pinfield. I'm at Amoeba Hollywood, my favorite record store in the country. I've spent so much money here because I can never stop my thirst for new music. There's a new Scott Walker soundtrack album came out called The Childhood of a Leader. I discovered Scott Walker through David Bowie and his covers of Scott Walker covering Jacques Brel, which I loved, you know, when I heard My Death in Amsterdam and things like that.
My death waits to allow my friends a few good times before it ends.
When I finally realized that he was listening to Scott Walker, I came here and I bought all four Scott Walker's first records here at Amoeba. I always recommend 30th Century Men, this documentary, to everybody. They should see it no matter what. Also in my bag is the English version of Aftermath by the Rolling Stones, which was finally became available here on vinyl.
Doctor, please, some more of these outside the door. She took more.
At 5 years old, I had the American version that I bought at a flea market. You know what I mean? Like, it was like $3 or something. It's a little different track listing. Instead of Painted Black, it's got Mother's Little Helper and a couple other things, but it's still really cool. It's a great picture. I like that. I have 20,000 records on a freighter waiting to come to my place in San Francisco. I'm replacing stuff or getting stuff that I can listen to that I've just been dying to hear. So I got Mott Tupel's Oldie and Dudes album. The version of Sweet Jane on here, I love so much. I love it as much as the version on Loaded by the Velvet Underground. I think both of them are really special. Produced by David Bowie, Mick Ronson. Especially Ronson, though, was a great producer. I mean, really, really know how to get great guitar sounds, which you learned from working with Ken Scott. Bob Dylan and the band, Before the Flood. Now, this is an album that they did when they were touring together, when Bob was at his angriest. The version of the Blonde on Blonde's almost like you go your way and I'll go mine. He's like basically screaming the lyrics out. Another box set that I lost in one of my many, many moves, and that's Echo and the Bunnymen's Crystal Day.
Purify our misfit ways and magnify our crystal day.
There's a lot of things on here like B-sides that I loved. You know, I saw Echo and the Bunnymen tons of times and used to run around with Ian McCulloch and get in a lot of trouble. He used to call me Mad Matt. Anyway, I love Echo and the Bunnymen. He's got a great voice. Picked up the new Kills, Ash and Ice. I love the single Doing It to Death. You know, I've interviewed them several times and I've been a fan of theirs for a very long time, so that's a great one. Something else I'm replacing, all the Twin Tone Replacements records. It's Twin Tone and it's the Warner's records. You get Tim Please Meet Me and Hootenanny all together, which I think is great. I picked up David Bowie's 5 Years Comp.
Well, come on. If you think we're gonna make it, you better hang on to yourself.
Bowie was such an important artist to me, you know, and having gotten to know him and spend time with him, you know, he said to me, Matt, I really appreciate that you know so much about my music and, you know, that's why I respect your opinion. And I said, well, you were my gateway. You were my gateway to looking further and seeing what else was out there, which was, you know, really the MO and the template for what we were doing with 120. Roxy Music's complete studio recordings. I love Roxy Music. I thought they were so different. And it's really funny that they never collaborated. I guess there was a major rivalry between Bowie and Roxy, maybe that we didn't really know about, but these records are phenomenal.
Can't you see? Love is the drug for me.
with Eno and even without Eno, I think they're all great records. Dreamers are a new band. Well, they're not brand new. They were in another band before, and I saw them open up for the Buzzcocks. Buzzcocks are one of my favorite bands of all time. This new record just came out for Dreamers. I needed to replace Death from Above 79, The Physical World. I love these guys. That record's great, and I haven't heard it in a long time. Soundgarden 5 classic albums. Needed that. Love those guys and got to work with them over the years and, excited about that one as well. A band I love from Philadelphia called Beach Slang. The new album's coming out soon, but this is the last album. It's called The Things We Do to Find People Who Feel Like Us. And they've been compared a lot to The Replacements because that's James Alex's favorite band, but they're incredible live. They're just one of the best live bands that I've seen in a very, very long time, and I love them. My friend Bob Forrest, who's in Thelonious Monster and the Bicycle Thieves, we've been very close over the years, and I need to pick up survival songs.
But what has it gotten me? Just some teeth I can't chew. My favorite cereal with.
I also had to pick up the new Nick Cave. This album is called Skeleton Tree.
With my voice, I am calling you.
When it released the Bats, a really early birthday party came out. I went to see them, and I remember talking to Nick after the show. Years later, he came on my radio show down in New Jersey, and they asked Saul the Angel, his book came out, and we had a good time. It was really cool. And then I didn't see him again until I saw him at the Gore Hotel. Gore Hotel is where the Stones shot the picture for the Inside of Beggar's Banquet. And he stopped and he goes, "I know we know each other, don't we?" So that was very cool. So we talked for a minute, and it was great. One more, The Rave Ups, which is a record from the 80s. It's kind of a alt-country rock record, somewhere between cowpunk and Americana. And they had a great song called Positively Lost Me that I loved.
You lost my face, you lost my laugh, and then you lost my confidence.
I haven't heard the song in so long that I just decided I'd get it. So that's what's in my bag from Amoeba Hollywood.
Cool, thank you so much.
It was great.
Amoeba.